The Triple M Grill Team.
Yeah, boys, I've run into a pretty impressive man about 8 weeks ago. His name is Kevin Robinson. He came up with a charity called Little Wings. Tell us a little bit about what Little Wings is and when you established it.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Look, what we do, we look after kids and families undergoing oncology treatment, so the cancer unit, mainly after the Children's Hospital Westmead. So across Australia, there's about 600 kids a year that will be newly diagnosed with cancer. About 40% of those come from country regions. So our job is to make it easier for the families and the kids to receive treatment in the Sydney hospitals. And so some of these families, I mean, there's a family we're looking after just the other week from Port Macquarie. Their 5-year-old daughter, she had a seizure at birth. She's quadriplegic, so they've got to travel down here every 3 weeks for treatment. 2 years ago, their 4-year-old son, he was diagnosed with a tumour.
Wow.
And now they drive down here every Monday. So he finishes work on Sunday night at 10:30. Up at 4:30 in the morning, he's got to drive down to Sydney for a 10 a.m. appointment, and he's got to get back home that night again to start work the next day as a chef. They've been doing that for the last 5 years, and that's their ongoing cycle. For that family now, we'll fly them down here, we'll fly up there, pick them up, fly them down, 1 hour trip down here, sort them out, they do the treatment during the day, and he's back home that night.
And you funded all this yourself.
Now, you brought Emma in. Now, Emma, you've got a story to tell, and it's one that no doubt it's a sad and heartbreaking one for you.
It is a tough one, but we were lucky enough to meet Kevin through the oncology department and Little Wings, and we were able to fly home every weekend. Patrick was diagnosed, and he got sick within a couple of days, which is unheard of. We couldn't believe it, and we met Kevin, and Pat was supposed to start a 6-week course of radiation therapy at Westmead, and we live 5.5, 6 hours from Tamworth, from Sydney, should I say. So it meant that when Pat was well, we were able to fly home on weekends, and we live on a farm, so the kids are able to, ride their quad bikes and see their friends and do all the things that kids like to do at home, and you take for granted the boring stuff you do at home. But that we were able to do all of that. So it was really good because Little Wings flew us home every weekend, Friday afternoon or Friday morning when Pat finished his radiation. We'd fly home to Manila, and then on a Sunday night, we'd head back down to Sydney ready for the next treatment on a Monday. So very, very lucky.
I can only imagine how difficult that was and how difficult it would have been on top if you had to drive those kilometres.
Oh, Maddie, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. It's just nuts. And, it's hard enough travelling with children as it is, but when the kids are sick, it's even harder.
And how old was Patrick when he passed away?
He just turned 5. He had his birthday at the end of November. Yeah, so we were so lucky that, he was wanting to be a big boy, and we were just lucky that we had those times and we were able to celebrate his 5th birthday with him and Christmas and that. So we're very, very lucky and lucky that we had Little Wings too, to take us home and have those good times.
That's fantastic.
We need to do all we can to make sure that Little Wings keeps going, don't we?
Well, that's
boys?
the thing, Gus. I mean, Kev, you've stumped in all this money now, to get it up, and you continue to do so. But, mate, I can only imagine how much help would it be if, with fundraisers and situations like that. And one in particular is going to happen on Sunday.
Yeah, we've been very lucky. MG's offered to sort of put together an all-stars team, and Gus is going to be out there as well. So we're going to have a 2020.
Very serious
12th man, is he?
So it's mostly stars.
Yeah, we are. So if anyone's listening to this and want to come along to Duke's Oval on Sunday, we are there from about 8 in the morning till 6 at night. There's jumping castles, face painting for the kids. There's going to be 8 teams playing in a... it's kind of like a 2020, but with indoor cricket rules. But more so, it's a day of celebration, to celebrate Little Wings, to celebrate what you've done. We've only just found out about this unbelievable organisation. We want to do a lot more with you. We want to help a lot more people like Emma and her family. All the details of the day will be on our website as well.
Some big auction items as well.
Unbelievable auction items. It will be Steve Waugh's bat, a morning here with the grill team, Steve Waugh signed a ball. There's other stuff donated from Panthers, jerseys and stuff. So, look, get along just for a day of celebration.
All the details for that at www.littlewings.org.au. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
The Triple M Grill Team.